Uy, another throwback na phone. This is the Moto Razr 40 Ultra. And by the way, this is a good condition na second-hand na phone na nabili ko sa UKDB Gadgets. Dahil I'm pretty sure na hindi lahat ng tao afford bumili ng brand new. And I think this is still one of the better flip phones out there. And I think this is still a good flip phone na nilabas noong 2023 noong bandang June. Alamin natin if it's still good this 2025 or hindi na. Stay with me after this quick intro. Now, the Moto Razr 40 Ultra na may 8 GB sa RAM and 256 GB storage. Nabili ko to sa UKDB Gadgets for 20,500 pesos. I'll post the link on the description kung saan mo sila pwede makontak. Now, one of the good things na nagustuhan dito sa kanya is maganda yung kanyang pagka-red. And I love yung kanyang faux leather finish dito. And pag finol mo naman siya, it feels very nostalgic. Remembering yung mga days sa Moto Razr, ang ganda ng kanyang finish, no? Motorola still makes one of the better flip phones out there in the market. The one thing na hindi ko masyado gusto dito is masyadong shiny yung kanyang gilid, so it attracts a lot of fingerprints. Pati kanyang screen dito sa harap, ang daming fingerprints, so punas ka ng punas kasi sobrang shiny. Now, one of the things na hindi ko magawa dito sa kanya is yung nagawa ko dati sa Moto Razr. Pag flip mo, mag-open yung kanyang screen, hindi ko magawa dito sa phone na ito kahit anong pitik ko. Wala, oh. Which masasabi ko, very tight ang kanyang hinge dito. Hindi basta-basta nabubuksan. And another thing na napansin ko dito sa kanya is maliit lang kanya crease dito. Hindi mo siya mapapansin if you're watching videos dito. Now, another thing dito sa kanya is it supports eSIM. And nung unang labas nito, it's Android version 13. Right now, Android version 15 siya. And sabi ni Motorola, this comes with 3 major Android updates. So, dapat Android 16, makukuha mo pa rin siya. Another thing na gusto ko rin dito sa kanya is that medyo magaan siya, 180 grams. And gustong-gusto ko yung pagka-flat niya dito sa likod, parang isang normal na smartphone lang. Now, this phone is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Medyo may kalumaan na siya dahil 2023 pa to. And nung sinalang ko to sa AnTuTu benchmark, 872,000 points. Ito ang breakdown score na nakuha ko. 2,800 ang kanyang loop score and 47% ang kanyang stability. Ito ang score na nakuha ko dito sa CPU benchmarking sa Geekbench. Ito naman sa kanyang GPU benchmarking. Medyo mainit siya and it throttled to 49% ang kanyang best performance. Now, one of the things na problema ko dito is medyo maliit ka ng battery at 3,800 mAh. And it supports 30 watts na wired charging and 5 watts na wireless charging. Nung ginamit ko naman to on a day-to-day basis, kaya naman tumagal ng 1 whole day as long as you're using it normally. Wala kang maging problema naman dito sa phone na ito. Pero at the end of the day, mapapansin mo na siguro halos nasa 15 to 20% na lang matitira sa'yo. Pero this is another surprise though. Nung sinarang ko to sa PC Mark na battery stress test, 50% brightness sa 60Hz screen refresh rate, 13 hours screen on time, no? Medyo nagdududa ako and I did 3 times. Halos hindi nagkakalayo ang results na nakuha ko. Napag-usapan natin ang kanyang display. Sa kanyang loob, this one has a 6.9-inch na foldable LTPO AMOLED display with 165Hz screen refresh rate, and it has a 1,400 nits na max brightness. And etong screen naman na sa labas, this one is a 3.6-inch na AMOLED display with 144Hz screen refresh rate, 1,100 nits ang max brightness, and being protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. Now, one of the things na napansin ko dito, if nagbabrowse ka naman dito on your favorite socials, wala kang magiging problema. Smooth naman ang magiging experience mo dito as long as you're having a good internet connection. Talagang ma-enjoy mo naman every single moment na hawak mo tong phone na ito. Now, if you're watching your favorite videos dito on YouTube, expect mo naman na it will give you a really good experience din as well. Now, one of the good things naman dito on the outside screen is that it can give you some quick access sa mga apps na gusto mo. And very useful siya dahil this one, you can use it as your front-facing camera. Pwede siya pang vlogging, okay na okay. Kasi gamit mo kanyang rear camera modules. Now, this phone has stereo speakers sa ilalim and the other ones nandito sa kanyang earpiece. Pakinggan na natin kung malakas ang kanyang sounds.
If you like me, blink twice. Are you naughty or nice? Maybe add a little spice if you try to roll the dice.
Well, honestly, the sound is just okay, average lang. Nothing really special kasi hindi naman siya sobrang lakas ang kanyang sound. It's just average for me. Na naglaro naman ng dalawang games dito, I played Call of Duty Mobile and Farlight 84. Pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, wala ka bang problema naman dito. Okay naman ang kanyang gameplay, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 was okay. Kaya naman na mag-perform, and honestly, it gave me a good gaming experience naman dito. And one thing na napansin ko naman, sturdy naman to kahit this is a foldable phone. Kahit medyo gigil ka, no, hindi naman siya basta-basta mag-fold as long as you're holding it properly. Yung gameplay was quite okay and wala kang maging problema naman dito sa kanya habang naglalaro ka ng mga VR matches and rank matches. After 30 minutes of gameplay, umabot ako ng 43 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Farlight 84, okay din naman tong gameplay na ito. Though it's a little bit hot compared sa Call of Duty Mobile. The touch response was okay. No, napansin ko sa kanya, no, habang tumatagal laro ko, parang medyo may nafe-feel ako slight lags and delays. Siguro dahil sa kanyang init. And one thing na napansin ko naman dito sa kanya is average sa kanyang sounds. Don't expect too much. You can always use your favorite headphones and okay naman ka ng touch response. Ang pinakamainit na inabot ko dito after 30 minutes of gameplay is 46 degrees Celsius. Now, pag-usapan natin ang kanyang camera performance. This one has a 12MP na main camera sensor with OIS and a 13MP na ultra-wide lens with a 108 degrees of field of view. Kaya na mag-shoot up to 4K and 60, and kanyang front-facing camera, 32MP, which can let you shoot up to 4K and 60 as well. Now, taking a quick look dito sa camera ni Motorola Razr 40 Ultra. Taking some outdoor shot kahit medyo gloomy, no? I was quite surprised that it was still able to give me some really nice snap dito sa kanya. Taking a look at this photo, honestly, still good. And taking a look at itong mga building shot na kinuha ko from below, masasabi ko sila still sharp pa rin mga photos na makukuha mo dito sa kanya. Even though na medyo maulan, still good ang camera ni Razr 40 Ultra. Now, if you're just walking around, taking some quick snap dito sa kanya, makakuha ka naman some nice snap dito from this camera. Kahit medyo makulimlim, okay naman makukuha mo dito sa camera na ito. Captured lahat ng details. Now, if you're trying to take some greens naman dito sa camera, expect mo, no, na medyo saturated nga siya. Medyo greener ang green dito sa kanya, but I would say na not so bad ang maganda pagka-green. Medyo magpagka-OA lang para sa akin. And taking some flower shot dito sa kanya, kaya medyo maulan, still good. Preserve mga details dito sa kanyang bulaklak. Now, if you're indoor naman, trying to take some shots sa loob ng coffee shop, expect to get some good nice ambient shot naman dito sa camera niya. And kahit kumuha ka ng mga product photography dito sa kanya, makakuha ka naman some nice snap naman. Very fast to focus ang Razr 40 Ultra. Now, kung food photography na pag-uusapan, this is still one of the better phones out there to take some food shots. Though, pansin ko medyo mas yellowish konti ang attack niya pagdating sa food shot. Pero nevertheless, I would say na quite good. Kahit ito, no, looking really nice and sharp. This would definitely be a good camera to take some photos, lalo kung nasa buffet kayo or taking some snaps na before you eat, walang problema dito sa Razr 40 Ultra. If you're trying to take some gown shot, okay siya. Kita mo pa rin mga beads pag zoom in mo siya. And if you're trying to take some mga LED light shot, okay siya. Except hindi siya nag-diffuse dito as compared sa ibang camera from other phones. Taking more ambient shot, just around the corner, okay na okay siya. On the indoor, nakapag-perform naman ng kanyang camera. Na kung ginagamit mo ang kanyang front-facing camera from the inside, don't expect too much from its camera. Na dahil, well, it's just a normal shooter. Hindi ganun kagandang resolution makuha mo dito. There are times na ganito ka-faded. Medyo hindi mo magugustuhan talaga sa kanya. Taking a look at this one, soft na soft. And pagdating naman sa indoor, equally said, soft na soft din siya. May time na medyo overexposed and may time na medyo parang pale ako tingnan. But you can always use yung kind of rear camera to take some selfie photos. Now, using kind of front-facing camera to take some vlog, masasabi ko siya medyo overexposed lalo kung medyo maliwanag ang araw. Mapapansin mo yan sa kanyang front-facing camera. I would urge you to use the rear one, no, para mas magandang quality. If you're using the rear camera, ito, I would say na better ang kanyang resolution. And just pansin ko lang, no, there's a little bit of focus hunting ang napapansin ko sa kanya when it comes to taking rear video shots, no? Pero the resolution is quite solid pa rin for me. Now, ano masasabi ko dito sa Moto Razr 40 Ultra? One of the things na gusto ko dito is I miss yung mga flip phones. It really feels nice and ang bilis lagay sa pocket dahil sa kind of foldable size. Manipis lang naman siya. And another thing is that it can give you some really good na camera shots. Even though that this is a 2-year-old phone, walang problema naman. Kaya naman perform kasi it's already updated to Android version 15. One of the good things naman dito is that alam naman natin tatak Motorola, matibay naman siya. And I love yung kanyang display dito sa labas. Hindi siya katulad ng mga Samsung na Z Flip na medyo bitin ng screen sa harap. Ito, okay na okay siya para sa akin. Probably one thing na hindi ko gusto is hindi ko siya ma-flip open anytime na gusto ko. But it just simply assures you na tight ang kanyang hinges dito. Overall, the performance was good. I was happy with it. And pwede na i-check to kay UKDB Gadgets if you're interested. Okay guys, are you willing to buy this phone, si Motorola Razr 40 Ultra? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a quick sub dito sa aking channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.